was about November 4th. I got that somewhere. I don't know where it's not in here. It's just called November 4th. And that's that day we got in that big battle.
Right.
Remember where all those guys got killed?
Yeah.
And that book, Ambush, was written about it. And I sat down right after the heat of the battle, sitting there. And I can remember sitting on a log and starting to put those words down.
Huh.
I didn't finish it right then, but it was called, November 4th. I remember well, was the day we went through hell. We left that day from Old Coochie, and they set us down in a rice paddy,
Mm-hmm.
We stormed the wood line, not a sound, and a machine gun opened, and we hit the ground, that kind of. That's how it went.
Wow.
So all through there, and,
Huh.
and how all the guys died during the night. During the night, you hear the screams and stuff. People had been hit and everything. Couldn't reach them, couldn't get to them, till the sun broke, 1965.
65.
I was working over in Ellenville, channel master. Right after I got out of high school, I started working there. My brother-in-law, channel master. We lived in Slay Hill, and he had this 1963 Chevy Impala. It was beautiful convertible. And we used to go to work every day in that. And then I think it was about I worked at channel master all through 64. And then it must have been about July 65, I came home, and there's my draft notice on the television set. I can still remember. And I said, "Oh man!" I called up my buddies, and they go, "Yeah, I got it too." So I felt better. A couple of my buddies,
There's a
I went to
couple.
school with, they all got the draft notice, and we had to report November 9th, 1965.
What'd your mom think about it?
I don't remember her reaction much.
Right.
I don't think she said too much. I think at that time, Vietnam wasn't full scale.
Right.
It wasn't on the TV as much. You didn't see it a lot. So I said, "Well, Mom, I got to go into service." And I had to report down in Goshen November 9th. And from there, they took you to Penn Station.
Wow.
Called Whitehall Street. And you know what? You know what happened November 9th? You don't know what happened November 9th, 1965. The day I was down in New York, the whole Eastern Seaboard blacked out.
Wow. Okay.
A whole blackout. It happened in 77 also.
Uh-huh.
But 65, November 9th, the whole thing blacked out. And I said, "Holy God, maybe I don't have to go to service now,
Mm-hmm.
But it was weird.
Wow.
I went to, I took it from there, took a train to South Carolina.
Okay.
From Penn Station all the way. The base camp was in Fort Jackson.
Okay.
That's where I went. I can still remember that train, man. You going so slow along these tracks all the way to South Carolina. And I never saw the country before.
Right.
So it was amazing, And it just seemed like, well, where am I going, It was a long ride. I don't know how long it took, but that's where I went.
Now, was the train filled with other people that were drafted?
Yeah, there's a lot of guys on the train, and that's where we're going. So, South Carolina. I'm sure they were going other places like Fort Gordon, Georgia,
Okay.
and other base camps around. There was one in Oklahoma, different places. So, but I went to Fort Jackson. Basic camp was Tank Hill. It was called. I remember that, Tank Hill. I did good in basic because I was pretty athletic. I could run a mile, man, in combat boots in 6 minutes and shit.
Nice.
So, and all the stuff you did, all the stuff you had to do to prepare yourself, all those long marches, basic training. You went through that.
Right.
It's crazy. Sometimes, some guys can't cut it.
Mm-hmm.
You get these big, heavy guys. But I was in good shape, so I handled it well.
So you graduated from basic, then did you go to infantry school after that?
I went to Fort Polk, Louisiana.
Okay.
That's AIT.
Okay. That's
Advanced Infantry Training. AIT. It's called the Advanced Infantry Training, which, it's just, you just learn basic same stuff. But they're out there in the swamps. It was tough out there. And we rode around in the APCs all day long and stuff like that. We get out and then we march. And, APCs would follow us. We do all kinds of drills. 100 degrees.
Yeah.
You know, Louisiana.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. And but I got through that. Of course, after basic, you had like a month off.
Okay.
Come back to your family, and then go. So I was there 8 weeks, and then I came back home. And I think around April when I went to Vietnam, April of 1966.
Wow.
I was in
So
Vietnam.
you
Yeah.
were right in it.
Right there, quick.
Wow.
You know.
So where'd you fly out of to go to Vietnam?
Oakland, California.
Okay.
I remember doing that. And I think, if I can think right, we went to Hawaii first, landed, and then I think Guam. And boy, I tell you, I can still remember getting off that plane at Guam and how the heat hit you in the face. It was even hotter than in Hawaii.
Wow.
And that's what. And then I flew into Saigon.
From Guam.
Yeah, landed in Guam, flew into Saigon and Tan Son Nhut. You ever hear of Tan Son Nhut Air Force Base?
No.
That's in Saigon.
Okay.
That was the airstrip there.
Would you fly in on?
Tan Son Nhut. It was a big plane, probably, well, maybe a 737 back then.
Okay. So it was a commercial jet.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It was just filled with guys too that were.
Mm-hmm.
You remember getting off?
I remember getting off in Tan Son Nhut, yeah. But from there, like I say, after I got processed and everything, I was the only guy. They sign you to your base camp, right? I was the only guy going up to Cu Chi, which was 36 miles northwest, and it got dark. The time we got there, it was dark. They put me in this little bubble. You ever seen a little bubble helicopters?
Right.
Got that bubble over top, little tiny thing, little rotor on the back. I was the only one in it, and they took me up. They flew me up to Cu Chi, which was 36 miles from Saigon, northwest, and I'm the only one in that job, in that little helicopter. I'm saying, holy shit, here I am, man, 19 years old. What the heck's going on? Flying over the tops of trees,
Mm-hmm.
And it was really weird. And they flew me into Cu Chi, and I got out with my gear, and it was raining, and they took me and put me in a little hooch. It was night. I was the only one in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, report to your commanding officer in the morning, and then they signed me. That's what it did.